I've highlighted our first row because we just did that. That was our setup row. Now we're going to go ahead and go do row 2. I still haven't explained what these squares exactly mean, but I'm just going to show you as we go, and you'll understand. So we're going to do row number 2 here, but I'm going to show you what that really means. And this is going to be our first row of actual double knitting. And it's pretty similar to what we did during the setup, only it's not so hard because we don't have to knit twice into each stitch anymore. So, first stitch gets knitted with both yarns, like this. Okay. Now, let's look what we have here. We have a knit stitch. We know that because it goes straight down into the stitch and it doesn't have a bump like that. And the knit stitch is green. And I want you to continue, just do this knit stitch in green again. We're going to just keep these same colors here. We're basically setting up both sides of our knitting. And I'll show you what that means when we get to the end of the row. So you see I just moved my yarn to the front. This is sort of like ribbing now, basically. Insert your yarn and purl with just that purple yarn. And this is going to start to get so much easier as we move on from this setup row. Insert into the next stitch and just knit with just green, like that. Moving yarns to the front and purling with just purple. So this is a lot like ribbing. It basically is ribbing with a twist, which I think you're ready for. Alright, American style, this is what it looks like. Knitting with green. Move both yarns to the front and wrap with purple. And so on, all the way down until the last stitch. And I'm just going to work along with you here so that you feel comfortable that you are doing it right. And if this is really confusing, I just suggest that you watch the first few videos so you get a good idea of what is happening. And then you can go back and try it on your own scarf. And the last stitch, knitted with both yarns together. Okay, now we're starting to see what double knitting is all about. See this nice row of green V's on the front? You can't even see the purl stitches because they are on the back doing the same thing in purple. Now, as you know, every knit stitch is a purl stitch seen from the back, and vice versa. So these purl stitches that we did, these purple ones, are actually showing up on the other side as knit stitches, which is how we're going to make a beautiful design that's going to be completely double-sided with a purple heart on one side and a green background, and a green heart on the other side with a purple background. And all using this ribbed technique of knitting one stitch and purling the next stitch. And I'm going to give you some more tips when we go into the next video. Now remember, highlight the second row of your chart.